in there for ball one. That one to be popped up to the first baseman, and that'll do it. And that'll do it for the one inning. Lockhart Lions 3, Travis Rebel 0. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And welcome back as we got a great shot of Mr. Edwards right in front of us. As we are going into the top half of the second inning, it is the Lockhart Lions 3, the Travis Rebel 0. As we're going to be getting back up to the top of the lineup. As number 6, Rene Delgadillo will be coming up to the plate. Now batting for the Lions, number 6, Rene Delgadillo. Delgadillo singled and scored. Actually, he doubled and scored. And that one's just going to get away from the pitcher. And that'll be strike for ball one. That one will be low for ball two. Two-0 pitch going to be swung on and fouled back out of play. And that'll make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one will be high for ball 3. Ball 4, and Delgadillo will walk. Now batting number 9, Nick Ojeda. Delgadillo goes. Had a huge jump. Will find his way at second base. Be ball one to Ojeda on the outside. And Ojeda's going to get hit by the pitch, so that means Delgadillo, who had another big jump, will have to go back to second base. Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Jackie Edwards Jr. As Edwards steps into the batter's box for the Lions. Double steal on. They find runners on the corner, second and third for the Lions. Swinging a drive to left field. That'll bring in Delgadillo. And Ojeda will be waved around coming home as the ball gets past the left fielder. Edwards would make his way to second. Rounded second on his way to third. And standing up, he will be there safely. The Lions tack on 2 more runs here in the top half of the second inning. As Edwards finds himself at third base. Now batting number 12, Gio Roque. Edwards is at third base. Roque on the mound, at the plate, swinging a miss for strike one. Do want to apologize for the Kent Riddle Property scoreboard. It froze as we had a little bit of some technical difficulties up here. So we're going to fly into center field. Jackie Edwards looks like he's going to tag it. Ball hits the ground. Looks like a little bit of some miscommunication out there between the shortstop and the center fielder. And Jackie Edwards will score from third base. And that'll put Gio Roque at first. Now batting number 19, R.J. Torres. And that'll put R.J. Torres up at the plate. Nobody out here in the top half of the first. Pick off attempt out to first base. Not in time. As Roque's going to slide up underneath it. That ball is going to get past the catcher and is going to drop right in front. And Gio Roque is going to steal second. Lockhart Lions lead 6-0 here in the top half of the first. Or top half of the second, excuse me. Swinging a fly down the left field. Left fielder's coming up, getting up underneath it will make that first out. Of the top half of the inning. Now batting number 7, Jacob Contreras. So Contreras will step up to the plate for the Lions with 1 out. Roque at second base. Pickoff attempt to second, not in time as Roque is able to step back. First pitch to Contreras is going to be outside for ball 1. pitch going to be behind Contreras. Gets past the catcher as Roque will advance to third base. And that will make the count 2 balls, no strikes. That 2-0 pitch will be outside for ball 3. De La Cruz having a rough time on the mound here in the second inning. The 3-0 pitch will be inside for ball 4. And that would put runners on the corners. Now batting number 8, Derek Gannon. They got Contreras at first. Roque at second. We'll probably be seeing Contreras taking off on the first pitch. And he's got a big lead as he goes. Pitch is going to be outside. The throw home will not be in time, and Roque will steal home on the throw. And that gives the Lions another run, 7-0. As they've put 4 already here in the top half of the second inning, 3 in the top half of the first. With only 1 out, Contreras at second base. Pickoff attempt to 2, not in time. First pitch to Gannon is going to be outside for ball 1. In the on-deck circle for the Lions is going to be number 2, James Magallanes. Contreras steals third. The ball is going to get past the catcher. And that'll make the count 2 balls and no strikes. 3 balls and no strikes, excuse me. And once again, that will hit Gannon on the dome, and Gannon will go to first base. And that'll put runners at the corner for the Lions. Now batting number 2, James Magallanes. So Derek Gannon taking the hits with the absence of Ethan Bryant. As Gannon's at first base, his second time on first after getting hit by the pitch. First pitch to Magallanes is going to be low for ball 1. We're here in the top half of the second inning. And yes, the Lockhart Lions are the visiting team for today as Gannon's stepping off. They're going to go to second. Ball's going to be thrown into the outfield, and Gannon's rounding second, heading for third. And he's going to be waved home. The throw home will not be in time as the Lions are going to be able to score 2 more in the top half of the second inning on a throwing error. And now lead 9-0. Here in the top half of the second inning with 1 out. As Magallanes is looking at a 2-0 count. And that'll be high for ball 3. Excuse me, that would be high for ball. That one's high for ball 3. So 3-0 count to Magallanes, and that's going to hit him. And Magallanes is going to go to first base. Now batting for the Lions, number 3, Gavin Gomez. And Gavin Gomez will be the number 9 hitter coming up to bat for the Lions here in this top half of the second inning. And once again, as I mentioned earlier, the Travis Rebels is the home team for this contest, this 5 o'clock contest of a doubleheader. The home field for the Rebels is unusable due to the pandemic. So they are using Lions Field for their home turf for this district opener between two District 17 5A opponents. Lockhart Lions have a commanding lead here in the top half of the second with 1 out, leading 9-0 with Gavin Gomez coming up to the plate. He flew out to end the first inning. And here he is back to bat here in the top half of the second inning as Magallanes is at first base. And that'll be a strike call on the outside corner. Magallanes goes, pitches behind the batter. And that ball is going to be thrown a little bit wide of first second base. And that'll put Magallanes on second with the stolen base. As Gomez is looking at a 1-1 count. The throw down to second's not going to be in time. Swinging a drive down the left side, and that'll be foul for strike 2. And that's going to go off of Gomez, and he's going to take his place at first base, and he will get hit by the pitch. Now batting number 6, Rene Delgadillo. And Rene will be coming up for the second time here in the second inning, coming up to bat with 2 runners on the base paths with 1 out. Looking at the first pitch outside for ball 1. Magallanes will steal third base, and Gomez will swipe second on the throw. Once again, I want to let everybody know, have a little glitch going on with the scoreboard right now as we had some technical difficulties, which we're currently working on right now. But right now we are here in the top half of the second inning with 1 out, 2 runners on the base paths for the Lions. And Delgadillo is going to get plunked with the ball, and that will load the bases up for Nick Ojeda. Now batting number 9, Nick Ojeda. And he'll be coming up to the plate with bases loaded, 1 out. Lions leading 9-0. And that one's going to be high and inside for ball 1. High and outside for ball 2. Lions 9, Travis Rebels 0. Swinging a chopper down the left side. That's going to be trouble, and everybody's going to be safe as Ojeda will reach base on an infield single that will score Magallanes from third base. Now batting number 14, Jackie Edwards Jr. So that would make the score Lockhart Lions 10, Travis Rebels 0. Bases loaded for the senior Edwards as he sends one to center field. High in the sky, and that's going to get over the center fielder's head. one line will score. Another one rounds third, coming home across the plate. That'll be Delgadillo. And Edwards will be in there with the stand-up double, 2 RBI double. As the Lockharts continue to pour it on. 12-0 here in the top half of the second inning. And that'll bring up number 12, Gio Roque. That'll bring up Gio Roque up to the plate with 1 out. Swinging a foul back to the backstop for strike 1. So that puts Ojeda at third base, Edwards at second base, Roque at the plate. Once again, only 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. And that'll catch the inside corner for strike 2. As De La Cruz is still on the mound for the Rebels. Swinging a drive to center field. And the center fielder is going to let it bounce right in front of him. Ojeda will score. Edwards will round third easily, scoring himself. And Roque has a 2 RBI single. Now batting number 19, R.J. Torres. And that'll bring up Torres back up to the plate here in the second inning. Roque, the lone batter at first base, and that'll be a chopper towards the third baseman. He's going to scoop it up. The throw to first will be high and not in time. As the Lions will have now runners on first and second, and that'll bring up Jacob Contreras. Now batting for the Lions, number 7, Jacob Contreras. First pitch to Contreras is going to be in there for strike 1. And still with only 1 out. Lockhart's already pushed 11 runs here in the top half of the second inning. And a line drive down the left side, and that one's just going to be foul. And that'll be strike 2 for Contreras, as he was about, I'd say about a foot left of the foul line here and down the third base side. De La Cruz is ahead in the count on Contreras. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. And that one will be high for ball 1. And that one's going to be outside for ball 2. And runners will stay. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the second. 2 lines on the base pads. Got Torres at first. Roque at second. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And out number 2. Now batting number 8, Derek Gannon. And that'll bring up the designated hitter who's reached base so far twice. Both of them getting hit by the pitch, and both of them off of the helmet. They'll look at the first pitch, ball 1 outside. Swinging a drive down the left side, and that'll find the gap out to left field, and that will load the bases up. Now batting number 2, James Magallanes. And that'll bring up the freshman James Magallanes up to the plate. And Magallanes will get hit by the pitch, and that will score another run as Roque will cross the plate. Now batting for the Lions, number 3, Gavin Gomez. And he'll look at the first pitch for strike 1. And that'll be outside for ball 1. Swinging a foul back for strike 2. That'll make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lions lead 15-0 here in the top half of the second inning. Swinging a chopper down the third base side, in between the third baseman and the shortstop. That'll find a hole to left field, and that will score R.J. Torres as the Lockhart Lions continue to add runs and keep the bases loaded. And that'll bring us back up to the top of the lineup. Now batting number 6, Rene Delgadillo. And that'll bring up Delgadillo back up to the plate. Bases loaded. And that one will be high for ball 1. We got 2 outs here in the top half of the second. Lockhart Lions have put 13 runs across the plate so far. Off the bat to the shortstop. It's going to be scooped up. Misses the tag. The throw to third is going to be in time, but the third baseman is not going to be able to hold on to it. And another run will score for the Lions. Bases still remain loaded with 2 out. Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Ernesto Suarez. And Ernesto Suarez will be coming in to bat for Nick Ojeda. Once again, my apologies for the scoreboard. Working on it right now as the game is on. But as it stands right now, the score is Lockhart Lions 16. 17. Travis Rebels 0 here in the top half of the second inning. Lockhart Lions put 3 across in the top of the first, and right now they're at 14 in the top half of the second. First pitch is going to be low for ball 1. That's going to be swung on and driven down the left side for strike 1. 1-1 pitch going to be outside for strike one. Great sportsmanship by Coach Honeycutt as the ball got past the catcher and holding off his runners. Once again, Ernesto Suarez at the plate. Pinch hitting for Nick Ojeda. Looking at a 1-2 count. And that one will be in the dirt for ball two. Base is still loaded for the Lions. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one's going to be chopped down the left side, and that one will be foul. Just foul, too. That one will be outside for ball 3. That'll load up make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners are going to be on the move. And that's going to be called strike 3 on the inside. And that'll do it for the top half of the second inning as Lockhart Lions put 14 across the plate and lead 17-0 here in the midway through the second inning. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Let Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment stop shop for your party entertainment needs. If you're in need of balloon twisters, face painters, or bounce houses, just give them a call at 512-846-3334. If you're looking to rent a mascot costume or to hire a children's performer to appear as a superhero, princess, or one of their 85 other merry mascots, reach out to them. Bryan Enterprises Family Entertainment has been entertaining families in Caldwell County for 2 decades. Bozo the Hozo, the Christian Clown, the first entertainer for the company, has entertained thousands at the Lockhart Chisholm Trail Roundup Parade over the years. Family entertainment and family engagement are 2 phrases that are a part of Bryan Enterprises' core values. Whether it's motivational speaking at school assemblies, or writing children's books, or training personnel to engage fathers in the community, children and families are always at the heart of this organization. To find out more about Bryan Enterprises, feel free to check them out on social media or visit their website at bryant-enterprises.com. If you're ready to lose weight, reach out to the Tim Torres Fitness Facebook page and chat with Tim. Tim has helped thousands of people all over the world in person and online through his mobile app and custom meal plans. So contact Tim Torres via Facebook and start losing weight today. Just look for Tim Torres Fitness on Facebook.
And we're back here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast as we get set for the bottom half of the second inning. Lockhart Lions lead 17-0. As we get set for the first batter coming up. Now batting for the Rebels, number 17, Josh Vance. So far, Ivan Gonzalez has faced 3 batters and struck all 3 of them out as Josh Vance steps up to the plate for the Rebels. Looks at the first pitch for strike 1. Sends a chopper towards the shortstop. Contreras scoops it up out to first in time for out number 1. Now batting number 7, Jesse Trevino. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss again for strike 2. And that one to be outside for ball one. And that'll be swung on, driven down the right side for a base hit. And Trevino will make his way to first. And he'll reach base safely. Now batting number 18, Fernando Abella. So Fernando Abella will step up to the plate for the first time. And he'll look at that one for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. And he will go down on strikes for out number two. Now batting number one, Carlos Chavez. Chavez will swing and a miss on the first one. We'll look at the strike two on the outside. A swing and a miss for strike three, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the second. So after two innings, it is Lockhart Lions 17, Travis Rebels 0. And we're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast.
Do you suffer with headaches, back pain, or neck pain? Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic's mission is to provide hope, healing, and health to the people of Lockhart and the surrounding area through natural chiropractic care. Dr. Peterson has been voted Best Chiropractor for the last 9 years. Call Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic to begin your path to hope, healing, and health. You can find Chisholm Trail Clinic of Chiropractic at 731 South Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas. Or you can call for an appointment at 512-668-4163.
All right, so that'll bring Jackie Edwards up to the plate. Looking at the first pitch for ball one. Swinging a drive up the middle for a base hit. And that'll put a runner on first base, and his name is Jackie Edwards. Now batting for the Lions, number 5, Landon Hernandez. And Landon Hernandez will be batting for Giovanni Roque as he steps up to the plate for the first time. And he'll be looking at a 1-1 count. Swinging a line drive down the left side grounder, and that'll find its way into left field as Hernandez will be on first base, and Jackie Edwards on second. And that'll bring up, now batting for the Lions, number 19, R.J. Torres. R.J. Torres stepping up to the plate for the Lions. He'll look at the first pitch high for ball 1. That one to be outside, gets past the catcher for ball 2. We are here in the top half of the third inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Lockhart Lions leading 17-0. And that one's going to be called strike 1 on the outside. And that'll be in there for a ball. And that'll be ball 4. And that will load the bases up. Now batting number 7, Jacob Contreras. And that'll bring up Jacob Contreras up to the plate. Swinging a drive down the left side, and that one will be just foul. And that'll be a long strike 1. Ground ball hit towards the shortstop. He's going to make the tag for out 1. Out to second base. Going to get past the second baseman. Coming to third on the errant throw is R.J. Torres, and he'll be safe with 1 runner coming across the plate. Now batting number 8, Derek Gannon. So with runners on third and first, Derek Gannon comes up to the plate as the Lockhart Lions put 1 more run on the board, 18-0 here in the top half of the third inning with 1 out. And that one will be high for ball 1. And it looks like Jacob Wisnet's going to be batting for Magallanes. Swinging a drive down the right side, and that's going to find some dirt out there, some grass. And another runner will score for the Lions. Now batting for the Lions, number 15, Jacob Wisnet. First pitch swinging is going to be fouled down the left side for strike 1. going to be looking at a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to go off of Wisnut's left arm. And that will load the bases up. Swinging a line drive grounder hit to the shortstop, overthrowing the third baseman. 1 run will score. Bases will still remain loaded. As that one, Gavin Gomez up at the plate. Now batting number 6, Rene Delgadillo. So that was Gavin Gomez with the line drive shot to the shortstop. And that'll be in there for strike 1. Still only 1 out here in the top half of the third inning. And that would be low and in the dirt for ball 1. Dela Cruz still on the mound for the Rebels. Swinging a line drive, a little blooper to left field. And that's going to find some grass out there, and another line runner will score. Now batting number 1, Ernesto Suarez. And that one will be high and inside for ball 1. And that one's going to go off of Ernesto Suarez, and another line runner will score. Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Jackie Edwards Jr. Once again, I want to remind y'all the scoreboard kind of froze up during the technical difficulties. Still working on it. But right now, as it stands, we're here in the top half of the third inning. Only 1 out. Jackie Edwards Jr. at the plate. Lions are loaded up on the base pads. Lions have scored 3 in the top half of the first. 14 in the top half of the second. And right now, we're at 5. And we stand right now, Lockhart Lions 22, Travis Rebels 0, as we have a pitching change on the mound right now. And I'm going to go and cut my mic off for a brief minute so I can work on the scoreboard real quick, but we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And we're back to action as Edwards looks at the first pitch. Outside for ball one. And that'll be out number 2. Great sportsmanship by Coach Honeycutt. And that'll be ball 2. 2 outs here in the top half of the third inning. And that'll be strike 1 on the outside. Actually, it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strike count. One ball, 2 strikes to Jackie Edwards Jr. with 2 out. And that's going to be behind the head of Edwards for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on the base pads. And that one's going to be high. And they're going to go and get the third out at home plate. And that'll do it for the top half of the third inning. Lockhart Lions 22, Travis Rebels 0. And we're going to take a quick timeout and run a couple of commercial spots, and we'll be right back with some more Lockhart Lion baseball here on the Lions Prize Sports broadcast. Manny Bonilla is at the plate for the Rebels. And right now he's looking on the behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And he will go down striking out for out number 1. Now batting number 10, Aiden Villasana. And that'll be strike 1 to Aiden. be in the dirt for ball one. That'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to Villasana. Fastball in the dirt. Two pitch on the way. That's going to be foul tip and caught by Delgadillo for out number 2. And another strikeout for Ivan Gonzalez. And now batting number 11, Joe Gonzalez. And we are back to the top of the order. A swing and a drive to center field. Up underneath it to make the catch for out number 3. It's going to be Jackie Edwards. And that'll do it after 3 innings. Lockhart Lions 22. Travis Rebel 0. And that's going to do it for game number 1 as the Lockhart Lions are going to come out victorious and go 1-0 to start district play. And as we get to reset, the fans are going to leave the stand so they could do a little housekeeping. And that's going to do it for game number 1. And Lockhart Lions going to come out victorious once again, 22-0. So once again, y'all want to stay tuned. Lockhart Lions will be back on the diamond here probably around 7:30. Maybe a little bit sooner, but I'll keep everybody posted. As game number 2 is the Lockhart Lions going to going up against Travis Rebels once again for game 2 of a doubleheader. And like I always say, you can take the line out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to tonight's Lions Pride Sports broadcast. And remember, you can take the lion out of Lockhart, but you can never take the heart out of Lockhart. Go Lions!